Hey, all you beautiful people, once again, welcome to episode 28, the importance of surroundings. Just as we said the quote in the intro here, I want to start this episode off with it once again. You are the average of the 5 people with whom you spend most time. Heard that quote often, you probably have as well, and that just goes to show the importance of having people around you. I was going to call this episode the importance of environment, but that got very lost, and I didn't want people to think like I was talking about like the legitimate environment. But yes, your environment, like it's not just your surroundings within, entitling just the people that are around you. Everything that's around you, the posters you have on your wall, the TV you have on, the music you listen to, all this different stuff, these all build up your surroundings, and they're actually super crucial to your attitude and to your determination, your willpower, your drive, and your overall happiness level. One of the things that makes life so fulfilling is the people we encounter and build relationships with along the way. Absolutely. Many times I've talked about it in my personal opinion. Again, this is not a factual show. This is a show for me to express, opinions basically, right? Ways that I feel about life, and hopefully you will take something away from it every single time and dissect it yourself, talk with yourself, hopefully, listen to this or have a buddy that you listen to this with or someone else who listen to this with and talk about it, open up dialogue, conversation. That's what this whole freaking thing is about. I know that I don't have it with anyone here no more. It's just me talking, but I don't want to ramble too much about it, but yeah, that's what it's about, to open up conversation, to keep discussing. Hit me up on, Instagram, social media, whatever, and let's talk about this. Like, I want to create a further discussion. I want to open the dialogue about these topics. So yeah, many times before I've talked about and said that I don't think in the cosmic scheme of everything, right, in the scene of the universe, my personal opinion, my personal belief is our importance, our purpose, our meaning is minimal to none. Nothing. I believe there's absolutely no meaning for my individual existence to the entirety of the universe. That's what I personally believe. I truthfully do not care what you think. That like you are entitled to your own opinions, but you can't talk to me through this mic. So who cares? Let's go beyond that. And who cares about mine anyway too? Screw you, Marshal. Who cares what I think? But to everyone around us, right? We mean everything to. I think about we're all a bunch, sand in a bucket. And to that whole entire bucket, our one little pebble that we are means nothing to the entirety of that bucket. We could take our little pebble out and it would do no damage. But to all the other little pebbles around us, we're the same size. We mean just as much as the one next to us. We mean everything to all the little pebbles around us. That's my little metaphor for it. But to the people around us, your friends, your family, your acquaintances, your coworkers, your teammates, the people you encounter on your daily life, like, you mean everything too. You make their existence and their life meaningful. You give them purpose, and vice versa to you as well. So I think, again, that shows to even more importance of why the people you surround yourself with and the environment you have around you means so much, because whatever they're going to expect from you, right? There's the old philosophical debate that whatever the people around you are expecting from you, right? Whatever label they're going to put on, the sociological debate too, the labeling theory, whatever label they're going to put on you, you're going to ultimately probably live up to that expectation, whether it's good or bad. Are you a deviant young child that they label at? Oh, that guy's just a mistake. All he does is just goof off. He's a loser, et cetera, et cetera. You probably will fall into that. Or you say, wow, I just tell my family this about the other day. Like, they've always labeled me and addressed me as, oh, this is Marshall. He is our fitness guy. He loves the gym. He likes working out. He's always healthy, always dropping health knowledge, et cetera, et cetera. Like, they have introduced me as that to so many different people in my life that I literally feel, when even it's subconscious in me now, that that's the person I am supposed to be, right? That's an amazing label that they've given me. And the only reason they give me that, they're not choosing that for me. The only reason they've given that to me is because that's what I've shown I've loved year after year after year. But there's been plenty of times, long periods of my life, months, right? It's happened before. We've talked about it before, where I just didn't feel like lifting. I didn't feel like being healthy. I didn't feel like doing all that other stuff. And when I wasn't, living up to that expectation that they have for me, because I've basically, vicariously told them this is the expectation I want, right? Through my actions. I told them, hey, look at me. I want to be fit. I want to be healthy. And now they're holding me to the expectations that I basically set for myself. I feel bad. I felt low. And I'm like, this is not me. This is not who I am. I am meant to be this healthy guy, this fitness guy. So like, again, to what the people around you, they're going to label you, and hold you to expectations that they think you should be. And if you're around the right people, again, going back to the intro, the people who want the best of you, they want you to achieve all your goals and aspirations that you ever set for yourself, they're going to label you highly. They're going to give you an amazing reputation to live up to. That was one of the great principles in How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. One of the principles of his book, there were 30 of them, and one of them was give the person an amazing reputation to live up to. There's an old quote that says, give a dog a bad name and you might as well hang him, but give a dog a good name and see what he does. It's the old labeling, the old sociological debate on the labeling theory. Whatever you and everyone around you labels you as, you're going to live up to that expectation more than likely. That's, again, that's up to debate. And again, it's a theory. It's not a law. It can easily be argued that even the most personally fulfilling... Okay, go back to that. I got to reread this. It can easily be argued that even the most personally fulfilling accomplishment will lose its luster if we don't have a loved one to share it with, a family member, a friend, or significant other. These are the people who make our short time here on earth worthwhile. Again, our short time here in the existence, in our existence, the grand scheme of things, we are minimal. We have nothing. But to everyone else around us, they're equal to us. They have, 80 to 100 years, 60 to 100 years, whatever it is, just like us. They're our equal. And when we can share our experiences, share our, our excitements, our highs, share our lows with each other, that's what makes everything worthwhile. And having those right members around you, again, we have such a short time. We have such a short period of time on this earth. No matter what you think about it, I'd be so happy. Like I'm happy when I'm watching movies, watching sports, drinking beer. You are, sure. But at the end of the day, no matter what you think about it, if you were laying on your deathbed and that's all you did and you were so happy and so content in your entire life because that's all you did, like, man, I got to watch so much sports, drink so much beer. You didn't really accomplish anything. You didn't ever set yourself with a goal. You didn't set yourself with any expectations. You just decided, I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to have fun and chill. That's what I want to do. This is what gives me purpose in my life. You never had those goals, those aspirations, and you never had anyone around you that wanted to push you to do such. So at the end of the day, when your clock is at its final minutes, you were like, shoot, man, I am not as happy or as fulfilled as honestly I should have been. Could have been or should have been, coulda, woulda, shoulda, if I were to have set goals and worked on myself and worked hard and accomplished things and left my mark on this earth. That is a huge, huge human motivation, is the motivation to be important, the want to be important, and the want and motivation to leave a mark and leave a legacy. That is why so many people have children and put so much time into their children, because they want something, businesses, whatever, they want something to be here. We all do. We want something to be here when we leave. Something that shows I was here. Marshal Kramer was here. This is what I did. I helped people out. I did this, that, and the third. We all want that. It's a huge human motivation. And if you don't have people around you that want that too, right? All they want to do is just have fun, drink beers, and watch TV. You are going to quickly fall into the trap that that's what we do. This is normal. We just sit around and drink beers, and then we have fun, baby. We do our bare minimum 40 hours a week, and then we come here and we just sit and, we just sit here and do work. I guarantee you may have a lot of fun through the time you're living, but again, on your deathbed, when your clock is at its final tickings, its final ticks, you will say, again, nah, I'm not going to say that because I don't know anything, right? How do I know? I can hypothesize that when you were at your final minutes, your clock was at its final ticks, you would not be nearly as fulfilled as, of a philanthropist going to Zimbabwe, I'm not to bring up Africa, going to a poor country, going to Haiti or whatever, and building it up, right? Costa Rica, isn't Costa Rica going through some bad stuff right now, like electricity or whatnot? Going over to Costa Rica and helping people out. People over here building the biggest charities in the world. People over here, Jeff Bezos, changing how consumers do everything, right? You will not, I would hypothesize that you would not be even close to as fulfilled as one of those human beings. You may have been happy and content in your entire life, but there's just something innate within us, man. We all want to leave our legacy. We all want to leave our marks, and having people around us that'll hold us accountable to that and push us to get better, right? I think it is just super important. Importance of surroundings. And so on the flip side to that, right? that we want people around us there to push us and hold us accountable and be better than us, so we have someone to look up to. That's the greatest things about idols, man. Like, I don't believe in it too much. Like, I have a hard, I'm like 50-50 on those things. I'm like, really, like, this is just a normal person. And we're over here just like, oh my God, like, you're Jesus, you're amazing. Like, oh my God, I love you, I love you, I love you. People crying or something. I'm like, that's just another human being. But then again, like, that's so critical because those people give us things to look forward to and motivates us to want to be. They give us aspirations to be like, yo, I want to be like you because you're doing it right. None of us, we're all just a bunch of dumbass monkeys on this flying spaceship through universe, but you seem to have gotten it right. Whatever game of life we're living, you have seemed to got it right, and I inspire to be somebody like you, right? I think that is actually really, really cool, so I always go back and forth with it, because I'm just like, a celebrity is just a normal person who's worked really hard in their craft, and, you know, just has worked really hard and made something out of himself. He's not an angel. He's not, you know, out of this world. He's just figured out this game, figured out himself, and done him to the max, done her to the max. They just, I don't know. So yeah, anyway, but going back to that, going back to my original sentence here is, on the flip side of those people, right? The people we surround ourselves with, the celebrity people, we're like, oh, right, I want to be like you. You're better than me. I want to, you know, I aspire to be someone just like you. You inspire me to be better. On the flip side, we all have met the type of person who literally drains us of our energy. The type who is always finding or creating something to complain about. These people serve as a virus to our happiness and can easily destroy it if we let them. Going back to the example, right? If you're really content, man, let me know, man. Because if you're really content and you find a lot of happiness in all of your free time, sitting down, drinking liquor, eating food, watching sports or a TV show, if that is legitimately what makes you happy, who are you looking at each day? Who are you surrounding yourself with? And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is in your playing field of life that you're just like, yep, this is succeeding, my friends. This is doing it. I'm living it up, man. I'm living it up. Like, what? That's freaking crazy to me. I was talking, this is great. This is a great example. I literally, you know, as you can see here, right? This is the new studio. This is the place I've been living for the last 4 months. I finally moved. You know, again, I'm a person of honesty. I have moved 3 times in the last 2 years since I came home from San Diego, et cetera, but I've left 2 leases early, you know, did all the right things, right? Still, you know, all the financials taken care of, no, you know, no hate, and all love, you know, did the responsibility, did the mature thing, no hate on that side. But I've left 2 leases early because I knew that the environments and the surroundings I was in was not the right surroundings for me. And I literally told my parents just the other day, because I also spent a lot of time with them. I've been to their house a lot. Like, I spent a lot of nights over there too. And I told them, this is the best decision I have made for myself my entire life. The best decision, hands down. Living alone and then spending a lot of time with my parents. Seeing kids that I used to hang out with a lot, seeing them a lot less, right? Just getting my mind right, figuring myself out, pulling myself away, right? Because I hang out with my parents a lot too, right? As I go to their house and whatnot. And a lot of the times I'm there, or, you know, end of the week and earlier the week, you know, so that Friday and Monday stuff, and they have work. They both work from home. So I literally wake up, you know, 7:30, 8, and boom, my parents over there working. They've been working for 2 hours. What the hell do you think that's going to do to me? Oh, I want some cereal, and I'm just going to turn on the TV and sit down all day and we pet the dogs. No, that is not at all what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, Jesus Christus, like, they're over there working. My dad's in his office. My mom's out here on phone calls. Like, you know, my sister's gone up, ran the friggin' world 3 times, and now, you know, whatever. Like, I'm going to get up and get some shit done. I'm going to get up and get to work. That's what I want to do. I'm not going to sit around and be lazy. I don't have those people around me. I don't have those triggers around me to sit around and be lazy. And it's so funny how I'm so young and I got all that energy still, and it carries through a lot of days for me. Like, they'll be done working on Friday, right? They'll have their Saturday and Sundays off like everyone else does, and they'll be, you know, just chilling on Saturday and Sunday. They'll just be chilling around the house. I'll just find myself being like, I don't know, you guys have just got me like wired. I just want to keep working. I just want to keep working. And I'll find myself working an entire Saturday and half a Sunday, you know, getting an extra day and a half a week, when back in the day I would maybe work 24 hours a week. You know, doing on school, doing on work for somebody else, and, you know, lifting whatever, like 24 hours, 25 hours, 30 hours a week max. Like, now that right there is in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And it's literally just because I made one freaking decision. I decided to move out of the current location and the environment and surroundings I was in, pull myself away from that, put myself in a new situation, better surroundings, better environment, better people around me, people I aspire to be. My mom and dad are huge role models in my life, huge heroes, from the backgrounds they came from to what they're doing now, just phenomenal. And I get to be around them. Again, the best decision I have made for myself in my life, hands down. No question, no debate, no doubt about it. Those draining types of people. The problem is that many people are unaware of their ability to cut these people out of their lives. It's easy to get comfortable, develop attachments, and really not that there is something wrong with you, perhaps. Okay. Sorry, these get blended in. I'm butchering them. It's easy to get comfortable, develop attachments, and really not see the damage that their negativity is doing to your life. You may begin to think that there is something wrong with you, perhaps depression, less self-worth, less motivation, less enjoyments, and things you seeing things that you used to love doing, you're not loving doing them no more. That is exactly it for me. Lack of motivation, losing self-worth, less enjoyment from the things you used to love doing, and maybe perhaps depression. I was feeling that for 18 months, right? I had about 9 months in one place, 9 months in the other, maybe even less than that, maybe it's like 15 months. But dude, no hate to the people that were around me, but being around them and like hearing the things they were talking about and some of the things they were saying to me, man, it depressed me. And it took a lot of motivation away from me. It took a lot of self-worth away from me. Smoking way too much weed, doing way too much drugs, doing way too much drinking, way too much partying, just not being the person that I was, man. I was the person who got lifter of the year, humble brag, right? I was the person who got lifter of the year for every football year, right? Like, when football practice is done after 2 hours and we go upstairs and lift, for another half hour, we've had school, we do all that. Where's Marshall going to be? The whole freaking town could tell you where I was going to be. At the gym down the street. That's just what I did. That's what I did every single day, for years. That's who I was. That's the person I've always been. If you ask my neighbor when I was a young kid, when it's Saturday or Sunday or even after school, what are all the other kids doing? They're running around the neighborhood. What's Marshall doing? He's out there in the yard working. That's what Marshall liked to do. He'd work. Or he would, he would just work. Before I got into training, I would just work, do yard work, drive the lawnmower around, rake, make a little bit of change. Like, that's what I just love to do. Build tree houses, mess around in the woods. Like, that's what I love to do. And being around certain types of people, being around kids my age that did not have the same aspirations, did not have the same goals, even the same morals or visions, anything, that we just weren't alike much at all, besides the fact that we were the same age. It made me lose my self-identity. I honestly, that's why I said I was lost, right? Low-key lost, whatever you want to say, like, oh, we're all so lost. Literally, and I think about it now, and I think about that person, I don't know who that person was much. I love that person. I respect that person. The person was still great, did the right things, and it got me to, who I am here today. I would never trade any of those moments, any of those months, any of those years for anything, because I don't know if I'd be the person I am here today. But I was not the same person. It sucked. It really sucked. Those people drained me, drained my motivation, drained my love for doing the things I love to do, because that's not the things they did. They started making me feel weird, make me feel sad, make me feel stupid, make me feel worthless and weird. And just weird, and different in a really derogative way for doing the things that I like to do. Man, you're weird, man. You're weird. Dude, you're weird. Dude, why you always do this? Man, you're so weird, man. You're so weird. What are you doing? You're really weird. You're weird. Like, not going to get into it anymore, man. I'm getting a little too passionate about that. But yeah, the wrong people make you question what you yourself are capable of. It's important to realize the weight they can put on your shoulders, and that these feelings are not coming from within. They are putting all these things on me, man, make me feel super weird about myself. God, I'm getting super upset, and it's making me I can feel the anger and pain just boiling up in me right now, man. This God, I'm not gonna say names or talk about people, but this one guy I live with, man, just demolished my self-worth. Would all of a sudden come around and be like, yo, you the man, you the freaking man, I love you, man, I love what you're doing, I want to be a part of you doing. And then all of a sudden, when he wasn't living up to when he started judging himself against me, when I didn't do nothing for him, I didn't do nothing against him, right? He would go out and party and I wouldn't. He would come home the next day and try to tear me down. I didn't say nothing to him, man. I said, hey, good morning, man, how you doing? Are you ready for a good day? He'd be like, man, you ain't shit. I want you to know that everyone around here too, they don't think you're shit. Nobody thinks you're anything. You're a pile. You're worthless. You're weird for staying home every Friday and Saturday night and reading a book and watching your YouTube videos and taking your notes. You're weird as shit. You're a weirdo, bro. You know that? You're a weirdo. Good. God, I'm getting fired up. Good, man. I'm glad I'm a weirdo, bro. You do you, brother. Much love. Take care. Peace, love, and blessings. I wish you all the best, baby. Hey, peace. Not all of these situations are extreme in the sense of emotional or verbal abuse, but even sometimes as small as discouraging you from pursuing your dreams, making you feel as though you're not good enough, generally dragging you down, your morale, etc., can drastically deplete your chances for success and happiness. Again, going back to the intro, I said, friends, family, acquaintances, their presence has way more importance and is way more potent to us than we tend to ever give them credit to. Man, they mean everything to us. Little, minute things they can say. I love you, Mom. But she said something the other day. I was talking about my podcast. I said how many listeners I have. And I said her number. I'm like, I'm trying to get to 10,000. That's what I want to do. I want to get to 10,000 weekly listeners. And she was like, huh, that's a lot. No, she said, she's like, that's a lot. Like, in a doubting voice. And that literally sat with me for a week. I was like, my mom loves me. Like, she loves me. She always is the best for me, always roots me on. And she says that, and she didn't mean anything by it. Mom, I love you to death. You're one of my big. You and Dad are my biggest supporters. I know you didn't mean anything harmful by it, but it did. It affected my brain and my subconscious. And I kind of pushed it out to saying she doesn't understand podcasts. She doesn't understand this new modern technology that may seem a lot to her because she's probably thinking about talking in front of 10,000 people, which would be huge. But on a podcast, it's a lot different. It's a lot more achievable. So, but she said it to me, and that was just a minute little line. All she said was, "That's a lot." Like, doubting me. And it sure as hell put doubts in my brain. Like, that is a lot. Is that a lot? Is that a lot? And then sure, I had it took me a long time to mentally get back on my feet and be like, let's go. Let's make another podcast. Let's make another episode. Let's write. Let's step a game up. If you want to reach this, what do you got to do to reach this? Set your big goal, but then take the little small backtrack with the small steps that you have to take in order to get there. And I had to talk myself up a bit. Had to get my ego and get my confidence back up. So yeah, I mentioned those things they're very potent. The little things people say to you. Another quote I have. This is the perfect quote. This is a quote. I think I've said this many times on the podcast too, but it's never been the quote within the episodes. And it was I saw these quotes, and this is a huge reason why I left too. When I saw this quote, it just hit me. Anything that costs you your peace is too expensive. Anything that costs you your peace is too expensive. So, if you gotta do whatever you gotta do, but it's still costing you legitimate money, and it's more expensive for you to do this route, right? Whatever that may be, it just may cost you more time. It may cost you a little more energy. It may cost you legitimately more money to do this route. But in this route that you're doing that, you are so much happier. You are on the right track in your opinion, right? You're thriving. You're just happy. You're positive, et cetera, versus option B. It's cheaper. Less energy that you need to give to it, less time you need to give to it, whatever. It's the easier route, but it drains everything from you. It drains your happiness. It drains your soul. It drains your morale. It drains your motivation. It drains your self-worth. Way too expensive. Time and your energy are by far the greatest commodity and the most important commodity we are blessed with. Money, you can go shit $10,000 right down the toilet now, and if you know what you're doing, you go make that back. But guess what? The day you just wasted yesterday, you're not getting that back. You will never get that time back. Someone just drained your energy, but just telling you were a piece of worthless, etc. You will never get that energy back. It'll take you forever to recuperate, to get back to that energy level that you had. But think about how much energy that they drained from you, and then how much energy it took for you to get back to that type of energy level. You'll never get the energy back. You'll never get your time back. Greatest commodities we are blessed with. Have some respect for your energy. Have some goddamn respect for your time. And honestly, hate to say it, but screw anyone else that takes away from your time that's not beneficial to you, not motivating you, not pushing you to the best person you can be, and screw the people who take your energy away. Those soul suckers. You know what they are? They have no soul, and they have no aspirations and goals themselves. They're trying to drain it from you to make sure you come down to their level. People don't like, they aren't people who trying to push you up to a new level. They're trying to bring you. They're not trying to get to your level. That's what I'm trying to say. They're not. They see you at a 10 out of 10 each day. They're not trying to get up to a 10 out of 10 like you. Most people are trying to bring you down to a 3 out of 10 like them. Makes them feel better about themselves. That's the whole bullying complex. The right people will motivate you to become the absolute best version of yourself without changing who you really are. Just being around you. They don't try to change you. They don't try to, manipulate you and tell you certain things that they would like you to do, right? They don't try to be like, oh, and give you a bunch of, you should do this or that. You should do this or that. They motivate you. They make you smile. They brighten you up. Without even telling you motivation and giving you motivation, just the love you feel for them, right? And how much they love you motivates you to want to do better, right? That's the thing with intimate relationships, Ooh, I hit a little burp. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry why these burps always happen during this podcast, but I hope you didn't hear that. If you did, golly, I'll get better at that. I apologize. That's, those intimate relationships, that relationship with your significant other, you hardly tell them, or they hardly tell you, and give you that motivation every single day, but just seeing their smile and that love you feel with each other and the future you guys talk about each other, that is literally just enough to motivate you to go do something better, man, and better yourself so you can ultimately better them and better both you guys' lives and better your guys' relationships. It's people like that don't have to tell you those things. You just look at them, you be around them, and their vibe and how you guys mix with each other and jive with each other, man. It's like it just takes you to a whole different level. I know you got those friends like that. You guys just get together and it's just like a magic. Those are the type of people you need to be around. And we want to be around. Definitely the type of people I want to be around. Golly, you know what? I'm reading this book. I'm actually probably going to have him on the podcast. He's a motivational speaker in Minnesota here. He's worked with the Twins, worked with the podcast, but he's actually been working with my sister's basketball team a little bit, and I've got to know him a little bit, and I would like to have him on the podcast. I think that'd be really, really cool. His name's Scott Saver, and he has this book called The Uncommon Competitor. It's a 30-day challenge of sorts, and one of the challenges, actually not one of the challenges, a lot of the challenges he talks about are the 30 days. Each day is a new challenge, and I'm about 20 of them through, right? So I've done 20 of them, and about 3 to 5 of the days, so literally about about 6 to a fourth of the entire challenges have been cutting people out, going through your contact list, and if they're not a family member, a loved one, or someone you see yourself benefiting from, that's going to benefit you in a great way, motivationally, financially, as an investor, business terms, whatever, cut them out. He's like, delete them. I went through my list, went from like 210 contacts down to 120. I was like, I don't need any of this. You can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat if we really need to see each other, but to be on my phone, I don't hardly ever text. And so why the hell are you gonna be on my phone? You know what I'm saying? And like I literally just have a class started today. This is Monday as I'm recording this. So class started today, and I actually just had a class with one person I went to high school with. I've been out of high school for 3 years now. And I was like, oh my God, like, what's up? And we haven't seen each other since we graduated. I'm like, how you doing? We just chatted a little bit. And like, she's someone I kept in my contact list. I really liked her. We always had a good conversation. I always had a good time. I always got a good vibe from her. And I think her vice versa. And I always kept her in there because, like, you know what? If I ever texted her again or saw her again or whatever, like, I would love to talk to her and have a conversation. We just get along a lot. We talk about really good things, and she's good shit. And I was talking to her about this. I was like, yeah, how many people you see from high school? And she's like, honestly, and she named off 3 of her friends that she sees often. She's like, that's basically it. And I'm like, same. I see 2. I legitimately see 2. 2 guys I went to high school with. I had there were probably 25 guys that I saw on a regular basis during high school, on a weekly basis, multiple times, and now it's 2. I see 2, and I love it because they're the right 2. They're the 2 that I will give my time to, my energy to, and they raise me up. My God, they raise me up, and I want to be like them and their attitudes and their outlooks on life. They inspire me to be a better person. So, again, surroundings, everything. Cut the people out in your life that are the energy drainers and the self-worth drainers and the motivation drainers, the vampires, right? The leeches that are going to suck all of that energy and love and aspirations and motivation from you. Cut them out, dude. Cut them out. You are only hurting yourself. Have some gosh darn respect for your energy and your time. Cut those leeches. Cut those vampires out. Don't give them an explanation. Just skadiddle, baby. The right people will be pursuing their own dreams and therefore believe it is possible. So they will encourage you to follow your own too. Even if they don't have to say anything for you to do it. Going back to that, man, you watching them. My parents, they don't wake me up, right? They're working when I wake up. They're not like, hey man, you ready for the morning? You're going to have a great day? You should get up and do this, man. Hey, we believe in you. You're amazing. Go out there and go rock. They're just doing it. Right? They've come from much tougher backgrounds than they gave me. Much tougher backgrounds than they gave me. And they've given me this glorious life. This amazing life that I am blessed with. And literally, I just wake up I'm around their presence. I see what they're doing. They're working on their own shit. They have made it happen, right? So that just literally instills in me that I can make anything happen that I want to make happen. They are on my team. I want to be a better person because just looking at you guys, just looking at my mom and dad, I'm like, y'all, I want to be like y'all, but I want to take a whole nother level. No respect, no disrespect. Not saying what you guys have done. Not taking away from you guys' achievements at all. But you know, I want to be. You put me on a playing field way higher than you ever got started. So if you were able to jump so high, I want to jump just as high, mom and dad. I want to reach for the goddamn stars. The right people will be standing next to you, not only on the sunny days, but also on the rainy days. In fact, they'll be the ones holding the umbrella over you. Let me read that again. The right people will be standing next to you, not only on the sunny days, but also on those rainy days. In fact, they will be the ones holding the umbrella for you. If parents aren't the greatest example of this, right, man, they are there for that shoulder to cry on. They are there to wipe up your tears. And if you've just been balling forever and you got that puddle on the floor, they will come with that towel, that mop, and that squeegee, and they will, suck that water right up. And they will raise you up, get you back on your feet, slap you on the butt, and get you going, man. Get you on the right way. If you don't have parents like that, God dang, that'd be pretty tough. I honestly would I sympathize with that. I would feel really really bad because I was not. That's not my parents. My parents are the picker ups. They have always made me believe I can do anything I want to do, achieve anything I want to do. And whenever I'm sad, man, they're there. Mama Bear's there, put the claws down and, hug me tight and scratch off anyone that's trying to hurt me. And I think that's a job of a mom and a dad. And thank God I had such amazing ones, and I was blessed with such amazing ones that do that for me. And I'm realizing now, I'm getting sentimental, I'm realizing now how fortunate I am in that aspect, as not everybody is. But yes, they're the ones there on those rainy days holding that umbrella for me. I have a better image. I have a better image of a mom holding her cub with those claws and just holding that cub tight and just scratching away anyone that's trying to hurt them. That's what a mama bear does. That's what a papa bear does. That's what a friend does. Someone who loves you, man. They don't let somebody else talk about you. And it's like I just didn't say anything, man, because I didn't want to get into it. Okay, then we're acquaintances. You know what I'm saying? We're buddies. You're not my friend. You're not my friend, and damn if you think like you're a close one. Like if anyone talks about my friends, it goes back to those two high school guys. Those guys are like my two closest friends. If anyone talks about them, man, bruh, we got beef right now. Like, you don't know him. There's no need for you to be talking about him. Who are you to be talking about them? Take their name out your goddamn mouth and put some respect in their name, and just, worry about your own self, man. Worry about your own self, and do not bring your name up around me, right? Same with family, right? Exactly. Like, family's a great example. You don't be bringing up my sister or brother's name to me. If you don't think about that way about some of your friends, there's those friends that think about that way for you. If you don't think about that for that one person, or they don't think about that way for you, they will just protect you at all costs. They're not one of your real ones. They are not one of your close ones. I never let somebody talk about my boys. No way. Because they're the guys holding that umbrella for me when the days are rainy. How can I possibly, they're over there holding my umbrella for me when those rainy days come. Who the hell am I to allow other people to talk about them, man? They got my back. They got my back. Golly. It's not about finding the right people to be around. It's also about being the right person to be around. That's the great one to kind of wrap this up with, in the fact that, it's not about just finding the right people to be around, right, and raise you up. You also need to be that person for other people around you. You need to be the one holding that umbrella sometimes. You need to be the one who makes them aspire to be a better person and get better and achieve all their goals and aspirations. You need to be the one holding people accountable. You need to be the one, pushing people. We all do, right? I love that. When my friends tell me that things they saw about me, or they saw me doing, or this or that, or things that I told them or said to them, and it's motivating them or pushing them or inspiring them in whatever way it is, dude, that means the world to me. If you guys message me, a few people you did in the beginning, many times. If you DM me on Instagram and tell me, yo, like I listened to this, that, and the third or whatever it is, and this line you said or this thing you said, like it really resonated with me, and it was really, really cool, and I really liked how you said it. I've been thinking about it all week, or your workout videos or this or that. It really inspires me. It motivates me. Whatever. It's like, thank you. I'm like, that's awesome, because you saying that motivates me. The fact that I know people are watching and people are taking something out of it, that makes me want to do better the next time. So more people can take away, and even you yourself who said that to me, you can take away something again every single time, something better and better. And it's just in continual progression. So I know sometimes you have to focus on being the right person to be around, because if you are the right person to be around, rock stars work with rock stars. Remember that. Rock stars work with rock stars. And if you're a goddamn rock star, you're the person to be around, all you're going to attract is a bunch of people who want to be around. And you'll be able to weed out that negativity, right? You'll be able to weed out those vampires and those leeches, like, gone. Get them out. It'll be so easy. It'll be so easy to spot once you start being the man and being the person to be around. You will easily be able to see the people who want to be the man and want to be just like you, right? They got that smile on their face, and you can just see they're sincere. It'll be really easy. Surround yourself with people who take their work seriously, but not themselves. Those who work hard, play hard. I love that. You know what? I think about that all the time. I'm like, oh man, like I'll stay in this weekend, I'll work and this and that. And like, we're not robots. We're humans. We are not meant to be systematic and just be work, right? Go look over in Japan, man. People are working 80-hour weeks, dying left and right. We're not meant to work like that. We're meant to have a lot of fun too. And I think some of the greatest people, and playing does not mean go out, getting party, yeah, getting drunk, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like my playing is a bowl of popcorn, maybe a bowl of cereal, maybe some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, if you know what I mean. Maybe a glass of chocolate milk and some hot Cheetos, you know what I'm saying? And a girl, cuddle up to a movie. Damn. That is my idea of playing, baby. Or Sunday night, or it's not Sunday night. Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, some nachos, some other good food, sitting on the couch watching some football with my dad. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that, that's my idea of it. That's my idea of a great play. Friday night, Saturday night, going out and watching my sister play basketball, being around the family, seeing everyone cheering, supporting my sister's team on, cheering and supporting my sister on, me being, that person too, cheering her on. That's my idea of play. Kicking it back, watching a good horror movie. I'm a horror guy. Love horror movies. Put on a good horror movie by myself, kicking it back. Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, any night, whatever. That's my idea of play. It doesn't have to be drinking. It doesn't have to be partying. But just remember to relax, bro. People who take their work seriously but don't take themselves seriously, bro. I take this seriously. I take this work seriously, but you best believe, like, I listen to these every Thursday because I want to get better each time, right? I basically re-listen to them, and I just want to make sure, where did I mess up? Where did I drag on a little bit too much? What's something I didn't talk about? What's something I can do better each time? And if you don't think I don't cringe, you don't think I don't laugh at myself, like, you silly, bro. I got a lot of confidence and a lot of belief in myself, but man, I ain't no God. I ain't no angel. I ain't no higher being. I ain't no celebrity, man. I'm just Mars doing his own thing, having a good time, man. I laugh at myself all the time. I think Dawson Pittman, he's been in this episode before too. He's like, bro, the guy who wins. The guy who wins is the guy who can make fun of himself the most. And he's an amazing example of that. He always cracks about himself. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things I say is, your insecurities, take them away before they get it at you, right? So back in the day, I used to be pepperoni face, have a lot of acne. I developed the point where I would walk in and be like, who wants a pepperoni pizza? Huh? Look at the face, like, boom, I take it away from it, and boom, then you take that power of them in order to distract you. It may not be that healthy anyway, but it's just it's getting it out there and being the one to be like, hey, I get it, I have acne, I work on it, I shower, I scrub my face, I don't know what you want me to do, man, like, I got acne, whoopty freaking doopty, Marshal Kramer, pepperoni man face, nominal pizza right here in the face. What do you want me to do about it? I can't do nothing about it. So, don't take yourself too seriously. Laugh at yourself, joke with yourself, have a good time. Take work and take your goals, take business, and everything else like that very seriously. And take life seriously, and take your journey seriously. But at the end of the day, don't take it too serious. Just sit back and laugh when you're laying your head down at night in bed. Just giggle a little bit. Just be like, God damn, man. One quote I've always heard too, I enjoy too, is, I'd rather look back at something and laugh and be like, God damn it, I can't believe you did that. And look back and be like, God, I wish I would have done that. I don't like living with regrets. I think if you don't take yourself too seriously, man, that's the greatest way to confidence. Don't take yourself too seriously. Laugh yourself, pat yourself on the back, and laugh it off. Cringe at yourself every now and again. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of the importance of surroundings. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. Make sure those 5 people are influential in a positive way in your life, because friends, family, acquaintances, their presence has a lot more importance and potency on us than we tend to give them credit to. Thanks for tuning in to this episode once again, and like always, until next time, take care, my friends.